Hey, hey, hey.
We live.
Hey, hey, hey.
Let's
Yo,
go.
what up, what up, what up, man? Another episode of the iBall Radio Live Call-In Show. I'm your host, Derek Williams, also known as D-Will, the coach, and I'm in the building with my guy, producer extraordinaire on the ones and twos. Breeze in the building. What up, Breeze?
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, my people?
Yes, sir. Another day, another dollar.
Let's
Inside
get
the
it.
iBall Radio Live Call-In Show, man. The phone lines are open. I'm saying that right now. It's been so many talks. I done got so many phone calls over the last week, man. The phone lines are open. 334-209-5222. Call in. Speak your piece. Yes, this is a live call-in show. Everything that happens in the chat, you can say on the X. So make call in, man. 334-209-5222. Get in, guys, right here on the iBall Radio Live Call-In Show. Our guy Lance from Huntsville will be popping in a little bit later, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Make sure you go follow us on all social media platforms at iBall. That's iBall Radio on all platforms. And make sure you go to iBallradio.com and get your iBallradio.com subscription. #1 website for all things high school and college basketball right here in the state of Alabama, man. So make sure you do that. Shout out to the chat, man. Popping in already. Train with Swole, post show in the building. What up, though? I don't know. I can't see his white background, man. I can't see my eyes, man. But I will say, man, appreciate everybody tuning in. Tell a friend and tell a friend that iBall Radio is live right now, man. We got a good show planned for y'all tonight. Even though we don't plan nothing, we just get on here and talk. Ain't that right, Breeze? We just go with the flow, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I say, man, Lance for Huntsville will be popping in here shortly, man. And we're going to break down some of this content that we dropped throughout the week. We dropped a couple of player spotlights. We talked about... on Monday night, we talked about our Monday player spotlight, but we're going to talk about what we dropped on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which is today, man. And we are live every Monday and Thursday night right here at 7 p.m. on iBallRadio.com, the iBall Radio YouTube page, also streaming live on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. If you want the best experience, of iBall Radio live call-in show, go over to our YouTube page. Breezy is going to tag that in the comments on Instagram here shortly. YouTube, man, go to the YouTube page. But Breeze, man, with all that being said, all the preliminaries out the way. Look, man, all the preliminaries out the way, man. Tell me, man, what's popping, man? What's cracking? What's going on your end?
Man, just grinding. You know what I mean? Trying to get this stuff together.
Yeah, man.
Together for real.
I already know what you on, man. I know you on. We hadn't briefed in a couple of days, but I know what you on, and I know you got something to tell me, and we gonna definitely. What you got on now, boy? I see you got on that hoodie, boy. What you got on now, boy?
Yeah. If you send it to me, I'ma rip it. But
yeah, no doubt about it.
I ain't got but one. So.
Yeah, tell him, man. We need. Hey, Danny Cervic, man. Our guy Danny Cervic at Pro One, man. We need some new gear, man. Tell him we need some new gear, man. Tell him to hook us up with some new gear, because here's the thing, we need some new colors. Because Breeze, let's talk about my Pro One hoodie. She down there talking about Somebody made my Pro One hoodie tie-dye.
Hey, it might be
tie-dye.
It might be some swag.
It might be a little swag, man. But it just in case it's not
exclusive.
Hey, it is exclusive. Nobody else has the tie-dye Pro One hoodie like I got.
Exclusive.
Nobody. Sure. Don't come up there. Nobody has the tie-dye hoodie like I got. Due to shout out Shonda for tie-dyeing my hoodie for me.
It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
And you got that right, man. But shout out to the chat, man. Nephew in the building, Christian Allen in the building. What up, Neff?
What up, Scoop?
Yeah, no doubt, man. I gotta say this, man. Porter Scoop in here too. What up, Porter Scoop?
Yeah.
Shout out our guy Jay, man. Doing his thing, man. He always stays locked in with iBall Radio, iBallRadio.com. I also gotta say we got our guy. Breezy gonna bring him up in a minute. But Lance from Huntsville is in the building, ready to go. Ready to go. So we're gonna get him in here in a second. And there he is, man. Like I say, once we go 3 times on Instagram, y'all gotta go over to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Actually, Instagram looks good for a change.
Instagram crazy.
Instagram's so weird, man. That's the weirdest platform. Some days it work right, some days it doesn't, man. But it is what it is. But we got a great show planned for y'all tonight, man. Lance, what's good, bro? How you doing tonight?
What up,
Hey,
Lance?
all is good. I'm glad to be here. We got a lot to talk about.
No doubt
Everybody got
about
low
it, man.
volumes. Let me see something.
Turn us up a little bit. Turn me up. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't do it from my end.
I can do him. I got him. Uh
Yeah, it won't let me. It's grayed out on my end. I can't turn nobody up.
all right, let me see if I can, bro. Now say something. Hope I
Can you
ain't
hear
turn
me
this.
now?
Yeah, we got you.
Now, I heard you just with your low.
Yeah. I'll turn this decimal a little bit. Worked it like that. But yeah, Lance,
What
what's
it
good,
do?
man? What's happening with it, man? Tell us what's going on
Hey,
your
it
end, bro.
it is it is an exciting time in the world of basketball, college athletics, high school athletics. There's just a lot going on, a lot of new things, a lot of learning.
Right,
A
right,
lot of
right.
work being done. So it's a fun time to be around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And y'all, listen, don't be patient with us. We gonna show Lance how to do it. But Lance got a background too, y'all. Lance got his background too. He just don't know how to load it right now.
You're right.
You don't know how to load it right now. So we got to do it before you come into the show, man. So we'll get Lance all briefed in on that, man, so we can be uniform across the board. But yeah, like I say, man, this is a great time to be involved in high school and college athletics, man. But let me tell y'all, this is something I hadn't talked to either one of y'all about, right? I hadn't talked to either one of y'all about this yet. But I got some not disturbing news, but news that it bothers me a little bit, right? It bothers me a little bit. And it has to do with the Scholastic Live period on June 12th and 13th, right? And we've been big up in bringing it back this year. We took a year off last year. We're bringing it back this year. However, we thought the Coaches Association was going to be over it this year, right? Not the Alabama High School Athletic Association. They were over it 2 years ago. Very well ran event 2 years ago. Then last year, they just decided they didn't want to do it. Now this year, they supposedly are bringing it back. But we thought it was going to be ran by the Coaches Association, which in every other state where they do a Scholastic Live period, including Georgia, which is going to be the 26th through the 28th, I think it is, 2 weekends afterwards. That's ran by the Coaches Association. And our Coaches Association, which is new, was doing a lot of work to make sure they brought that back. However, all of a sudden, I got news today that the Coaches Association isn't over the Scholastic period on the 12th and 13th at the Finlay Center. And not only are they not over it, we hadn't heard anything about it. We don't have any schedules. I'm not sure if there's some high school coaches out there who have gotten emails or gotten some information, but I hadn't talked to any of the high school coaches that said, yeah, we're locked in. I've seen them put up graphics saying they're going to be there, but I hadn't seen anybody say, hey, this is who we're playing. This is what time, whatever it may be, right? But I did get the information that they're not playing with a shot clock. The shot clock will not be used, from my understanding, from the information that was given to me today, that the shot clock would not be used during that Scholastic Live period on June 12th and 13th. However, we just implemented the shot clock mandatory for next basketball season, the 26-27 season. Every team has to play with the shot clock, including area games, the area tournament, and the state championship, regionals and state championships. So if that is a new rule that we're implementing throughout the state that will be mandatory, why in the only time during June that we will be playing high school basketball before the start of next basketball season, will they not be using a shot clock at the Scholastic Live period? Somebody please make that make sense to me.
You can't.
Man, give me
You're moving backwards. Y'all doing the moonwalk.
Bro, it makes no sense. Lance, tell me what you think about that.
Dinosaurs gonna do what dinosaurs do. They can't get out of their way. Like a lot of times when we make decisions like this, that we're moving forward, shot clock, now you're allowed to receive some tuition money, whatever it might be. These little scoots forward. Then they always do something like this that makes you just shake your head like, what are we doing? What
Like,
what
what are we
what are we
doing?
doing?
What are we doing? Like my point is, we always take one step forward and 3 steps back. You know how they say 1 step forward, 2 steps? No, it's 1 step forward, maybe 5 steps back for Alabama. Bro, it's like, first of all, I'm not trying to be any type of way with the association, right? Over the last couple of years, our relationship has grown from where it was, right? It was really rocky for a little while there, right? Because y'all know how we rock, and they weren't too happy with it. However, I always use a phrase that you just work until they have no choice but to let you in, right? And so we kind of pull back on them a little bit because they started changing things, and they gave us the shot clock, right? But my point is, there's no basketball people down there. Let's just keep it real. I gotta say what it is. There's absolutely no basketball people down there at the association. And I'm just going to be quite frank, like very, very, very frank. None of them know what the hell they doing down there at the association when it comes to basketball. I don't even care. I don't even think they care, right? Now, this little move that they gave us for the shot clock, which we appreciate, which I've been screaming about for umpteen years right here on this platform since we started it back in 2020. That's 6 years ago. We've been screaming for a shot clock, and y'all finally gave it to us. Pat you on the back for that. However, now that we have it, you're going through a scholastic live period where this is the only opportunity, really, where high school players here in the state of Alabama can play in front of college Division I coaches, that they can come in and play in front of these coaches and be seen. You're not even going to give them the opportunity, because we know, and we say this all the time, these college coaches aren't coming to these high school basketball games to watch these kids play. It's just not happening. They may come to a tournament that they can make it to, but you got to understand, during the basketball season, their focus is winning basketball games. It's really not recruiting. Some of these schools have budgets where they can put a bunch of coaches and say, okay, during the season, we're going to go out and watch this. We're going to make it to the Huntsville City Classic. We're going to make it to the Minor Veterans Day Classic. Are we going to make it to these different tournaments in these holiday seasons where we can go watch these players play? Some do, some don't. It's really not a lot of them out there. And I'm talking about on a Division I, Division II level. But the one time we get them where you can put all of our high school programs under one roof and bring all the coaches in for them to see them, you're not going to allow them to play with the shot clock. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Hey, crazy.
No doubt about it.
Crazy.
In the chat right now, I'm trying to look at it. Bama Celtics said Alabama high school isn't being ran correctly from the top. That deserves the horns, man. That's a fact. It's not. And it's not a knock on them. It's just the truth. It's the absolute dead bone truth that you got. They're not putting an emphasis on high school. And bro, I'm so sick of seeing posts. I'm on my soapbox right now. I'm so sick of seeing posts about high school football. And I love football. Football is one of my favorite sports, right? It is my absolute favorite sport to watch, right? I love watching football, especially college football. Not much of an NFL fan, but I love college football. And I love high school football. High school football is a good product. But it just seems like every piece of news that comes out from the association has something to do with football. It's about a coach. Listen, I've seen the association post about all these new coaches and all these coaching moves. I didn't see them post about Darryl Barber unless I missed it. Did I miss it?
Nope.
Did y'all see it? I'm just saying. I haven't seen them post about basketball coaching changes the way I see about these high school football coaching changes or these high school football. Then Lance, you told me today when we spoke about somebody got in trouble for something and is put on probation. And I think I can't remember. And I actually end up seeing it later. But football. Can we please at some point show some love to the basketball? That's all I'm asking.
So I might be out of touch. I'm just going to admit that. But like Who is the point person at the association for high school basketball? Does anybody know?
Mm-mm. I don't.
Oh, hold on.
Hold your breath.
I hope y'all hear them crickets. Khalil O'Neal in the building. What up, nephew?
What up, though?
I have no idea. Like I don't think there. It might be right. And here's the thing that confuses me: why don't they have actual point people in the association? Hey, you're over football, you're over basketball, you're over baseball, you're over soccer, you're over softball, you're over tennis, you're over badminton, I mean, whatever the sport may be. You're over golf, right? It is somebody that you can pick up the phone and talk to that has a focus on a said sport, right?
And there's enough retired coaches that would love to volunteer their time to be part of something like that.
Right. That's my point. They're gonna be like, oh, we don't. It's not about the money. You got plenty of, like you said, Lance. That's a great point. There's plenty of retired coaches that would love to be the point person that would volunteer. You don't have to pay. That cares about the game of basketball, cares about the advancement of basketball, is versed on the rules of basketball. Hell, why y'all ain't got us down there? Because you're gonna have to pay us. But I understand why you don't got us, because you're gonna pay us. But why don't you have somebody down there that has a focus on those specific sports that we can pick up the phone and call and be like, hey, what is going on with basketball in the state? Can you answer this question about basketball? Not, okay, it's Dr. McCray or it's JT or it's somebody else, whoever it may be. Christian Allen said Coach Stapler. Christian Allen said Coach Ronnie Stapler. Put him down there. Let him be the point person. Right?
He doesn't even have to live in Montgomery. You can do all that from wherever you're at, right? And here's my thing. Like, I've sent quite a few emails in the last 12 months about just some questions that nobody knows the answers to, right? So I just try to research and try to find them. You know, there you have a button on there for crickets. That's been my replies from the associations about the questions I've asked.
And that's bad,
what
man.
You gonna get.
That's what you're gonna get. Like, shout out JT, right? Shout out Dr. McCray. Shout out Tanya. Like, shout them out, right? They do the job that they're champion to do. However, right, outside of Dr. McCray, none of them are basketball people, right? And Dr. McCray is in a position where he can't just focus on basketball. Even though he's a basketball guy, he's the associate director. He can't focus strictly on basketball. But when you call down there like Lance or send an email, there's no point person to talk to that you can get a direct answer from. And like that, it's a simple question. Why aren't y'all using the shot clock at the live period? Period. That's easy.
That's the way they want it, though.
Well, my question would be like, who are the people that are, event planners that are putting on the live period?
That's what I want to
know. That are implementing. Okay, are they going to play play date rules? A lot of times you go, it's a running clock and all these types of things. Like what are we playing by here? And I'm sure if we were to ask the high school coaches, they might not even know yet.
I'm gonna give y'all.
We're gonna show up and find out.
I'm gonna tell you like this: the information that I'm these are questions in the conversation that we had today, this morning. I'll tell you what time. If you want to be around, I got a message around 10:30 this morning, and we talked to about 11:38 this morning, damn near an hour, right? You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is, this is information that is coming directly from a high school basketball coach, that we're not playing with the shot clock. We're not using the coaches association. And I asked, who's running it then? He didn't know. He didn't know. So I'm very skeptical about what this Scholastic Live period is going to be like. Like, who's even handling scheduling? And what's the day? May the what? 6th, 7th?
And I'll tell you this, D. I sent something week ago about something that we had a question about, right? And I got an automated reply that so much of their staff was going to be here in Huntsville because of the soccer stuff, which I understand, right? They don't have a
Facts.
huge staff,
Right.
but
True.
like that goes to tell you that, like, because they're maybe understaffed, they're all here in Huntsville putting on the state championship soccer stuff.
Which is fine. I get that part.
Sure.
But today is May the 7th, right? We are just a little over a month out. You mean to tell me you finna have all this scheduling done for all these games, all these referees supposed to be on what court somebody gonna play on? All this is gonna be done in little over a month? Come on, bro.
Because guess
Like,
what? They got baseball championships about to happen. They got softball championships about to happen. They got all this stuff that they got to take care by the end of the school year, which is fastly approaching. I think all that's happening like
yeah,
this week
that's
and
going
next
on
week.
right now. Yeah, it's going
Yeah,
on right
right
now.
now, right now. So that's where their attention is. It has nothing that they're not even thinking about it.
So why not let the Coaches Association, the Alabama High School Basketball Coaches Association, why you didn't let them take the lead and let them do it? Because you don't have the manpower. You don't have the time. However, you're trying to be big dog, right? And we just don't care, bro. I'm finna get off this. This ain't even what I had a plan talking about tonight. It was just a conversation that I had with a high school coach today, and it hit my brain right before we came on. And it simply just pisses you off, as we are basketball people. Shout out Global Grassroots. Shout out Coach Ricky in the building. What up, though? It really just pisses you off, man, because it could be done so much better. Like, here's my thing. Have the emails went out to these college coaches? Right? Like 2 years ago, the college coaches was in the building. Let's not get it twisted. They were in there, right? Like, it was a bunch of college coaches, Division I, Division II college coaches in the building 2 years ago. But you had a LeBaron Philon in the building. You had a Dwayne Brown in the building. You had a Simon Walker in the building. You had a Salim London's in the building, right? It was big time players that were there that year that had them coming to see, right? This year isn't those same type of names, right? We love a Evan Toms. We love a TJ Bird, right? We love KD Ragland. We dropped content on all these guys over the last couple of days. We love these guys. Are they the same caliber recruit as a LeBaron Philon? No. Are they the same caliber recruit as a Dwayne Brown? No. Salim London? No, they're not. So my thing is, when you say, hey, Alabama's having a scholastic live period, these college coaches, unless they got an incentive to come, they might not show up, because it's not the same caliber of recruit that was there in 2024-2025 season, right? Before LeBaron Philon, when he was at Baker, right before he left 1 week after the scholastic live period, he left Baker and went over to Link Academy, right? So those type of players were in the building. Those caliber talents aren't in the state this year. Now the 2028 class is, if LJ Williams and Saraland's going to be there, they might run in. But we know how these college coaches are working now with these rule changes, bro. They're not really looking towards the 28 class. They're not even looking at the 27 class yet. Right? They're still trying to fix their 2026 rosters because they don't know what the hell is going on with the rule changes. So they don't know who they're going to be able to retain and who they're not going to be able to retain. So, like, they're in a situation. Listen, and I'm bringing it all to the air. I talked to a Division I college coach yesterday, a Division I college assistant coach. I was on the phone with him for 36 minutes yesterday, right? And I was talking to him, and I asked him specifically, I asked this college coach, I said, have you seen Evan Toms? 6'9" kid from Huntsville. Now, this is his first year at the school that he's at. He was at a Division I last year in another conference. He's moved over to this to a different school and taken a job with a whole new coaching staff that's at a school here in the state of Alabama. And me and him were having a conversation. I was like, yeah, you seen Evan Toms? What you think about it? He was like, D, I'm gonna be honest. I've seen him, but now that I'm at this school, I'll watch him more because I wouldn't have recruited him at the school I was at prior. Right? Right? He was like, I wouldn't have recruited him there. That wasn't what we did. At the school I'm at now, yeah, we're going to take a closer look at him. but I'm not even looking at the 27 class. I'm still trying to fill out the 2026 roster. So my point in saying all that is, what is the incentive and what is the Alabama High School Athletic Association doing to make sure that the Scholastic Live period has the coaches in the building? We know they're going to be in Georgia 2 weeks later. We know they're going to be in there. They're going to be flooded in there. But are they going to be flooded in Alabama? Because we didn't have one last year. So will they be showing up? And if they are, what are you doing to make sure they show up, to make sure our athletes get the amount of exposure they're supposed to get? What are we doing for that?
I tell you one thing that is a huge contrast is if you look at how Georgia advertises and markets their live period versus how we're doing it in Alabama. I haven't seen any posts from the Alabama live period. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong too, but I hadn't seen them either, Lance. And we're all over everything. But here's the thing, Lance. You know what we have seen?
For sure.
You know, we see everything that we breezy. Everything.
Hey, everything come across the timeline.
Exactly. But you know what I have seen? I've seen Alabama schools posting that they've been invited to the Georgia live period.
For sure.
I have seen that up and down the timeline. I can probably name off every school. Here's the other part about that. Y'all want to know what's crazy about that? I got a call from a high school coach here in the state of Alabama that told me he was helping the Georgia Coaches Association. Which school? He called me to ask, AD, let me make sure I got everybody involved. What schools in Alabama should I make sure get invited to the Georgia live period? Me and him were on the phone for a long time, and I went through the list with him, right? It was a couple of schools that he was missing that got added that I saw when they started posting it that had been invited afterwards. So they're more focused on the Georgia live period than they even are on our live period. And why is that? Because the Georgia live period is not ran by the Georgia High School Athletic Association. It's ran by the Georgia Coaches Association. And that's the difference. That's the difference. And I don't know what we got to do to change it, bro, but we just in one of those situations where unless we do something to start caring about basketball, it's just going to be iBall Radio that's putting out all the information and caring about our athletes here in the state. And I'm not saying all the AAU programs, all the high school coaches that really are locked in with basketball don't do a great job also. And I'm not saying other publications that do a great job also, the videographers that continue to push the content forward. But I'm talking about somebody who actually has the information, pushes the information, and talks about the information. There's nobody out there outside of us. And that's sad. That's really sad because the association, in my opinion, isn't doing the best job about it.
They should be running point.
They should be running point. We running point. And it shouldn't be us because we don't have a say-so in the room.
That's right.
That's sad. Sad, bro. It's sad. Oh, boy. But, all right, man, let's jump into something else real quick, man. Lance, it's been a extremely busy week on the rules and the 5-for-5 and all those type of things. And you dropped an article today on iBallRadio.com. It is a free article right now up on iBallRadio.com. Dropped by Lance. You can go check it out. Go to iBallRadio.com, scroll down, and see the 5-for-5 rule that you put up today. Kind of tell us about that article that you dropped on today.
So just kind of going over a few of the highlights. So I do talk about the 5-for-5. I do talk about the difference between NIL and revenue sharing. I do talk about what it means when your clock starts, your eligibility clock. I talk about what it means to reclass and how to reclass and all those types of things. Those things are very, very important for you to understand. So it is just an overview. If you are looking to be a college athlete, I highly suggest you sit down with your parents or your high school coach or your AAU coach or all of them together and read that from top to bottom and break it down and go through it and make sure that you're in alignment with those, because if not, you could be ruled ineligible or you could lose a year of eligibility just because you think that you're doing something you should, like, oh, I'm going to take a gap year, but I'm going to play for this team. Understand what competition means. If you're playing in a game that has a jersey and referees and keeping score and all that type of thing, and you graduated high school, boom, you lose a year like that if you're not enrolled. It has nothing to do when you're enrolled. It has to do with you playing competition after you graduated high school. So anyway, a lot of those things are in there. The 5 for 5 is in there explaining exactly how that works. Like I said, how NIL works, name, image, and likeness, how revenue sharing works, as well as, like I said, all of those eligibility questions. So just kind of take some time to read it, go over it with your parents, make sure everybody's on the same page about what your plan is. And that's the thing. Like, if you don't know, feel free to call us, feel free to email us, DM us, whatever, and we can help you put together a plan so that you're not missing out on playing at the next level, because following these steps now is highly important.
Man, and here's the thing, man. And me and Lance talked about that, and Lance was like, "D, man, I got an issue, and it's not enough for y'all that actually subscribe to iBallRadio.com. I'm just gonna put it out there, right? The numbers aren't bad, but the numbers are nowhere near where they should be, right? We should have damn near every player in the state of Alabama should have a subscription to iBallRadio.com, right? If I'm not hating on Prep Hoops, right? I'm not hating on Hoop Scene. I'm not hating on any other publication out there that has a subscription-based website that puts out information. But if you're subscribed, or if you have a subscription to Prep Hoops, why? I'm just keeping it 1,000.
You didn't get this article.
I'm finna keep it blunt with you. Why in the hell do you have a subscription to PrepHoops.com? I'm not hating on PrepHoops.com, right? They do a great job of covering whatever they cover. But why do you live in the state of Alabama and you're spending your money with PrepHoops.com? Because you're probably thinking, ooh, I can get something. You ain't getting. I almost cussed. Boy, bring it down one time, D. Will.
Gotta reel it back in.
I gotta reel it back in. Tom Earl might be watching, right? But why in the hell do you have that subscription? Please tell me what your benefit is for having a PrepHoops.com subscription. I want somebody in the chat to tell me what the benefit of having a PrepHoops.com subscription. I don't even care if it is Prep Hoops Alabama. And I know our guy Drake does a good job over there. He mainly does a lot more work with ESPN now. So I'm not sure how much work he even still does with Prep Hoops, because I ain't subscribed. I don't look at it, right? But I know he does way more work with ESPN than he does with Prep Hoops now, even though he may still be running the Prep Hoops website. But my point is, outside of recruiting or evaluation type things, why would you have a subscription to PrepHoops.com or Hoopscene.com? Why would you have that subscription? Tell me what the benefit of you having a subscription to their website is. I guarantee you it's not a hooper or parent or AAU team in the state of Alabama that can give me that benefit, because I guarantee you neither one of those publications has anything on their website that is remotely informational towards what Lance dropped today on iBallRadio.com. Please tell me a website where we only talk about Alabama high school players. We don't talk about any other state. We don't have another subsidy of our website. That we don't have an iBallRadio.com Georgia. We don't have an iBallRadio.com Mississippi or Tennessee or South Carolina, which all these other publications have, because they pick in your pockets, right? They pick in your pockets. Bro, we are 3 times as cheap as them, and we only talk about y'all. And we're giving you the information that's actually going to help you with your journey, right? And we're actually putting things in place that can help you navigate your journey, which we're going to be announcing here real soon, right? Very, very soon, right? But my point is, I want somebody to show me something outside of a major publication, meaning The Athletic, ESPN, On3, 24/7, Rivals, any of those type of web publications that do put out this type of information. And if you don't have a subscription to them, which you should, I think you should. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I'm saying if you do and they put out this type of information, cool, you're getting it. But what information, what other publication can you go to that is directly going to affect you here in the state of Alabama? And the thing is, it's not enough of y'all that have a actual subscription to the website where you can get this. To the point where Lance hit me today when he got the article, when he got it done, he sent it over to me, and I got it put up on the website. He's like, D, can you put it up for free? Didn't you say that, Lance?
I did.
He was like, D, can you put it up for free to make sure the people get it? Because that's the only way that most of y'all are going to get it, because you don't have a subscription, which it blows my mind that you don't. Because, and I got people hitting me up all the time. Hey, man, can you do a player spotlight on my son? Can you do a player spotlight on me? Can you do a coach hit me up? Can you do a player spotlight on our kids? Can you look at our, bro, I can. Yes, I sure can. But y'all don't even have subscriptions. So when I do it, only thing you want to do is repost the Instagram post. You're not even going to read the damn article, which is blows my mind, bro. It's sickening to know that that's how y'all out here move. But Lance, I'll let you get back to your article. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm just going to say this. Maybe I'm letting too much of the cat out of the bag, but you've got to have nowadays, if you're a student athlete, you have to have a very succinct plan of how you're getting to the next level.
Facts.
And with what we are moving into here at iBall Radio, you need to align yourself with us more than you think you're aligned. And I'm sure Christian Allen's watching. I'm just going to go ahead and shout him out. I'm not worried about it. And other players too that we've had conversations with about us helping them put that plan together so they can achieve the next level. And that's what this is all about, everything that we do all day long.
And that's what they don't understand, Lance. This is what we do all day, every day, right? We don't go to a 9 to 5 and then come home and do this afterwards. This isn't our side hustle. This is our main gig, right? So this is what we do all day long. So my point is, when we're inside and we're putting together this information, we're talking to college coaches. We're talking to high school coaches, parents, players, each other. Like, we're going through this stuff each and every single day to make sure that the information that we have, and like I was talking to a Division I coach yesterday, bro, from a school in the Sun Belt Conference here in the state of Alabama. You can divulge that what you want, right? And he asked me, he was like, D, tell me what your interpretation of this 5 for 5 rule is. I gave him my interpretation, right? And he went on to say, you're spot on, right? You're spot on, because we were talking about him recruiting greedy. And he was like, what is y'all's interpretation of the rule? How can we help you get to that? Because they want him, right? And he said, you're spot on with the way you're thinking. Here's how we interpret the rule. And he told me how college programs, Division I college programs, how they're interpreting the rule and how it's going to affect recruiting, how it's going to affect them going forward in the future, and everything that they have going on. So my point is, we're talking to these people and we're coming back and we're regurgitating that information directly back to you, right? And the thing is, if you're not tapped in with iBall Radio and you're out here floating, now I'm telling you, it's some of y'all, your phone's going to ring. Ain't that right, Lance? It's some kids in the state that you're going to have some motion. Majority of y'all in the state ain't going to have no motion. And I'm going to be 1,000%. And I tell, when we have conversations with people, and I tell them, man, listen, I'm not here to hurt your feelings, but I'm going to tell you the truth. 89 to 99% of y'all ain't going to have no motion. And I'm talking like that because I want to get the point across. You're not going to have any motion. So you have to have a set plan in place to make sure you're getting accomplished what you need to get accomplished, and have somebody in the room that you're not in speaking on your behalf. Somebody who can pick up the phone and say, hey, I got a kid you might want to take a look at. I got a kid you might want to take a look at. I got a kid you might want to take a look at. And here's the thing. I don't mind blind calling the coach. I'll call one of our guys, man, we deal with, and shout him out, man, because Breezy got the hoodie on right now. Shout out to Danny Cervic over at Pro One. Right? I can pick up the phone and call Danny and be like, yo, Danny, I need a number on a guy, on a coach on this particular staff. He has that number, boom, he's sending it to me. Shout out our guy, Coach John over at Hawks Elite. I could pick up the phone and call Coach John and be like, yo, coach, I need you got a plug over at so-and-so school? Yeah, D, I got one. he'll send me the number. I will pick up the phone and blindly call that coach, introduce myself, tell him who it is I am, tell him what I do, and I will instantly go in to, hey, coach, I might have something for you. That's how we work. That's how we work. And there's plenty of other coaches. I just called out Hawks Elite and Pro 1 because I've done that with them this week and last week, right? I had that same conversation with both of them this week and last week. Hey, listen, shout out our guy Portal Scoop. Shout out our guy Jay over at Portal Scoop, right? I will pick up the phone like, hey, yo, Jay, because we know he know everybody. He know everybody. Everybody know he Breezy. I will pick up the phone and call Jay and be like, yo, you got a number on the coach on this staff? He'd be like, yeah, D, I got you. Send me that number, right? You have to be in line with these coaches to be able to do that in these organizations so you can get across what you need to get across. If you don't have that and you're playing in Alabama and you don't have that type of motion and you don't have those type of connections, or you don't have somebody, air quotes here, y'all, all right, representing you in that way, bro, you're going to be left out, especially in the new era of what college basketball is.
And I'm going to tell you this. Some of y'all this week have already received a text message from people here on the iBall staff. Some of y'all have taken advantage of that, and that has been some exciting conversations. But if you get a text message from somebody on the iBall staff, because we have your player card, that's why we've been telling you your player card is so important.
Right.
You need to hit it. You need to hit us back.
Need to hit us back. I'm going to tell you like this. I got some player spotlights done, and they've been done for weeks. And they have not been released because I've hit you up multiple times telling you, go fill out your player card. The player card has not been filled out. So guess what we have not done? We have not dropped your player spotlight. And we will not drop your player spotlight into, bro, why should we do the work to put you on if you can't even do your job?
We can't help you if you can't help yourself.
If you can't help yourself, what I look like helping you? And that's a simple, hey, Breezy, ain't that a simple thing to go fill out your, how long it take, Breezy, how long would you say it take you to fill out a player card?
Man, probably less than a minute.
Probably about 60 seconds. Because it ain't nothing but your name, your attributes, your mama name, your mama number. It's just info. That's all it is. And it's free.
Make it easy for yourself or make it hard for yourself. It's your choice.
And a lot of y'all are making it way hard for yourself because you won't do the simple things. You'll sit there and say, I want to play college basketball. I'll do whatever it takes to play college basketball. However, you won't go read an article. The article Lance put up, a little bit over 1,000 words. It's a 5 to 7 minute read. Y'all won't even sit down and do that.
Amen.
But you're telling us you want to go play.
Let our ball go away and see what happens.
Let us go away and see what happens. See where y'all let in, right? And here's the thing, bro. We're not sitting on here high-siding y'all. Like, oh, we the coup de grace. Even though we are, but we the only ones that can help you. No, man. You know how many AAU coaches out there that can help you get a scholarship? You know how many random guys out there, high school coaches that can help you get a scholarship? You know how many dudes just walking around that can pick up the phone and call a coach that can help you get a scholarship? But where is their incentive to help you? None. That's why they don't. They don't have an incentive. Guess what our incentive to help y'all is? We love Alabama high school basketball. That's our incentive.
We're products of that.
We're products of it, bro. We're products of it. We played high school basketball. We went on to play college basketball. We went on to coach college and high school basketball here in the state of Alabama. So, yes, we care about it, bro. And we know about the talent that walks through these halls each and every year that get overlooked for other states when you're just as good only because you don't have a platform that can put you out there. But here's the thing. You will go support a platform in a whole nother state. Man, Prep Hoops based in Minnesota. Hoop scene is based Minnesota. It's cold up there. Hoop scene is based in Georgia. Made Hoops, I think they from where? Georgia also? I don't even know where they from. Right? On the Radar is from Georgia. Right? But y'all will run and lock in with them people I mean, wholeheartedly, and they have never ever done one thing that benefited you. Nothing. Nothing. But you are locked in. Man, listen, I'm finna go off on it. I'm finna go off on something else before we move on to our next subject. Bro, I see so many of them doggone made hoop.
Oh, here it go.
Them made hoops, dry fits. Bro, I see a million of them joints every week. I see a million of those EYBL dry fits every week out of these AAU tournaments.
We got them in our own clan.
In our dog, bro, I snapped on a couple of our kids. I'm like, bro,
we got
y'all
them in
got
our
on
own clan.
You got on these made hoops dry fits, and you don't even have an iBall radio fit? Are you serious? What has made hoops done for you? Please, somebody tell me. What has made hoops done for you? Besides, put a circuit together, and they can do a great job. Listen, I applaud made hoops. But what have they done for you specifically? Please, somebody tell me, right? Shout out Coach John. He got Hawks Elite out there doing a great job on the made hoop circuit. They're doing a great job out there. Made hoops might post if they win. Made hoops might put out a mixtape on Hawks Elite. But please tell me, outside of that, what they doing for. Okay, thank you. But moving right along, man. That's enough about that. Go read that article, though, man. Go read that article right now. Lance put it up. It's a free article right now, iBallRadio.com. You can go read it right now. All you got to do is go to iBallRadio.com. We got it up on all our stories. It's on all our social media pages. All you got to do is just click the iBall Radio link, click on the articles, and scroll down. And I think it's the first or second article on the page, and you just click on it, and it's there for you for free. Just go read it right now. It has all the information. He did a great job of detailing all the things within the 5-for-5 and some of the new rules that are going down and how you should be navigating your high school career. Because we talk about this all the time over the last several weeks. Some of y'all need to be making some preparations, right? When you can reclass, if you need to reclass, why you need to reclass, all those type of things, man. So he did a good job of detailing that inside that article. But let's talk about this, man. We're going to talk about some of the content we dropped this week, man. Some of the player spotlights we dropped this week. We talked about Grant Smith when we dropped on Monday. We talked about him Monday night on our Monday night live call-in show. And like I say, man, the phone lines are open, 334-209-5222. If you want to call in right now, call in and check it out and speak your piece. Breeze will get you on, and we'll let you say whatever the hell you want to say on the show. But I will say this, man. Let's talk about some of these player spotlights that we dropped this week. On Tuesday, man, we dropped the player spotlight on what we got right now as the number one player in the class of 2027, and that is 6'9" power forward / center from Huntsville High School, running with Pro 1 on the UAA circuit, and that is Evan Toms. Big man Evan Toms from Huntsville High. We got him currently ranked number one in the class of 2027. Lance, tell me, what do you think about Evan Toms?
He's a walking double-double, that's for sure. I love he's got great hands. I've rarely seen him, get a rebound and lose it. I think he has a good touch around the rim. Just a real force to reckon with around the basket area. Now going forward, with talking to some coaches about him on the next level, they would like to see him step out more. And a little bit of their question is, can he guard a 3/4 type guy on the perimeter? And I still think that's up for question, but he's got a lot of great attributes. Plays really hard, and like I said, just a walking double-double.
Yep, I totally agree with that. Breeze, what you got on Evan Toms, man? We've seen him play so many times this past season. Kind of tell me how you feel about Evan Toms.
Evan, just like Lance said, he's a force. Like he's just big, tall. I mean, he gonna get you what you need. That double double. I mean, he gonna wake up out of bed and get that. So with his eyes closed, he can't help it.
Right. Like I say, man, you go read that article right now. He has the potential to be a 30-10-5 type of guy. And the reason I say that, because we saw him get 30-10-5 multiple times this past basketball season, right? We saw him have a 30-point, 10 rebound, 5 assist game, right? With several blocks. He is just a force to be reckoned with. He's a space eater on the inside. He has really good footwork. One thing I love about Evan Thomas is he is a throwback back to the basket big, right? And I had this conversation with several people this weekend. This week, that have called me. These are parents throughout the state that have called me and be like, and we were talking about who is coveted in the transfer portal. And if you go look out there, man, it is several things out there that are saying, and you can go look at the scale of what is coveted out of the transfer portal, this transfer portal cycle. And the number one type of players that are being coveted by college coaches in the transfer portal this year is back to the basket traditional bigs, space eaters. They are getting the most money in the transfer portal. They're demanding anywhere between $1 million to $3.5 million, depending on level and size. And those are bigs. Centers are the most highly paid players coming out of the portal in this portal cycle. Next is wings. After that is the guard position. Those are the highest paid players. That is Evan Thomas. So for people to say that everybody's going to positionless basketball, point guards and big men are becoming obsolete in the game, not on the college level. They're still being coveted, and they're showing you by the money that they're throwing out to these big men out of the transfer portal. The big guy from College of Charleston, big 7-footer, just came from College of Charleston, jumped in the transfer portal. He just signed with Kansas. I think he got $2.5 million. Bro, he couldn't walk and chew gum last year at College of Charleston. And I know this because I saw him up close personal several times because he was in the same conference as UNCW and Greedy. I watched him play twice up close. So I know this for a fact. So my point is, he is a player. I think he averaged 11 points and 6 rebounds this year at College of Charleston. Bro, he just went up to Kansas and got $2.5 million. So Evan Thomas is a 2.5, Breezy. Me and you watch these games, though. Got 2.5. Right, bro. So my point is, Evan Thomas is a back to the basket player. And the thing I love about him, he carves space out on the inside. He does a good job of establishing post position. He can score from either block, right? He can score from either block over his left shoulder or his right shoulder. He uses both hands well around the rim. He has really good footwork. We've seen him several times do pivot moves on the post where he has to stop, turn, pivot back, and still finish without traveling, right? He does a really, really good job of that on the inside. So he's one of those players that if you continue to watch him, his stock is going to continue to rise because he has the ability to score around the basket. Like Lance said, a lot of these college coaches that we talk about Evan Thomas, they want to see him be able to step out more because the game has come to, they want their bigs to be able to stretch the floor. They want their bigs to be able to play in pick and pop situations. And I've seen Evan several times already this summer, been over to a couple of Pro 1 practices, seen him playing against a Josh Bowman. I've seen him playing against a Caleb Harrison. And what you see from him, he's having a concerted effort of attempting to shoot the basketball from the outside even more. And I think Christian Swears this year at Huntsville High is going to be able to put him in a position and going to allow him a position to be able to show that he can stretch the floor. And like you say, he has to work on his lateral quickness so he can play in that pick and roll defense, because we know a lot of basketball, as your level goes up, becomes pick and roll basketball. So he's going to switch out on the smaller guards. He's going to have to guard some 3s and 4s out on that perimeter that have really good face-up games. So as his lateral quickness and his athleticism continues to improve, he's going to be a player that I think is going to be coveted. He just picked up a Belmont offer. I think Evan Thomas is going to get much bigger offense than Belmont. No knock against Belmont, but I think he's going to be able to play on a higher level than Belmont on that mid-major level. I think if he continues to improve and show a lot of these attributes that we say he needs to improve on, if he does improve on those attributes going throughout the year, and we know Danny Service is going to make it happen for him over at Pro 1, he's going to get some bigger offers, bigger than mid-major offers at Belmont.
You know who he reminds me of with his game as well as potential. I'm not saying he's there right now, but I think he has the potential to get there. Is Trey Kaufman-Wren that was at Purdue? They have a very similar game, in my opinion.
That's a good comp. That's a really good comp for Evan Toms. But moving right along, man. On yesterday, man, we dropped another player spotlight, and that is 2027. Oh, I'm sorry. I did say we had 5-star number 1 Evan Toms. But on yesterday, we dropped another player spotlight on 2027 combo guard. We got him ranked number 4 in the iBall Radio lottery rankings, 5-star, and that is Caden Ragland Morris. Goes by KD Ragland Morris, man. KD playing with Pro 1 from Whitesburg Christian. Lance, tell me a little breakdown what you think about KD's game.
Hey, he's a big guard. He's a mismatch problem. When he has the ball in the hands, are you going to guard him with a bigger guy or a smaller guard? So he poses a lot of those things. Finishes strong around the rim. I think one aspect of his game that he's got to work on is being a little bit more consistent from the arc, but is really starting to come along as being 2/3. I see him as a 3, but if he can continue to shoot the ball better, he could be a big 2. We'll see.
Interesting. Breezy. KD Ragland, man, tell me what you think about him.
Yeah, I mess with KD.
You do. You like KD. You like KD a lot.
Yeah, I like his game. He just, he fast, of course, but he can just play. I mean, he's just exciting to watch. I mean, he gonna do what it do to get, that ball in the hoop. So it's just I just like watching him play. He's exciting to me.
Yeah. And listen, KD Ragland is another one of those big guards, right? 6'5", strong body, plays with the ball in his hands a lot at Whitesburg Christian. But like you say, with Pro 1, he plays off the ball a little bit more. Danny does do a good job of putting the ball in his hands, but he plays because I think he's a wing also. That's why I got him listed as a combo guard, because he can make good reads. He does play well in pick and roll situations, right? He does make good decisions. He's a much better passer than people give him credit for, right? Because if you watched him play this past year at Whitesburg, he did a good job of distributing the basketball. What I need to see from KD, to be honest with you, I don't think he's an aggressive enough scorer, right? I think he can be even more aggressive at getting his own bucket, right? He needs to look more for his shot. If you watch his highlights that we posted with this post on social media, you see in that clip, he's shooting the 3-ball more. He's shooting it off catch and shoot. He's shooting it off the dribble, right? So he's doing you could tell he's putting an emphasis on showing I can shoot the ball from outside, because the knock on him for a while, and people have said this throughout the state and throughout high school basketball, is he can't shoot. But now he's showing you he's a much better shooter than people are giving him credit for, right? And he has that athleticism. And that's something else that I don't see from KD. I had a conversation with somebody, one of the prognosticators, AAU guys here in the state of Alabama, in the North Alabama area, a couple of days ago, and we said the same. I don't think he uses his supreme athleticism enough. You'll see him dunk on somebody every now and again, but I would like for him to use that even more. He has a quick first step. He's able to elevate. He has good, very, very good elevation on his jump shot. I think his ability to score the basketball can be way better than it actually is right now. But here's the thing about it. I think that's a confidence thing. As his confidence continues to rise, I think he'll be an even better scorer, especially at a Whitesburg Christian. There's no reason that KD Ragland shouldn't be averaging 25-plus points a game at Whitesburg Christian. He's averaging 14.5 in session. He averaged 14.5 points in session 1 of UAA and got a breakout player MVP in session 1 of UAA. All Under Armour The whole circuit, Katie Ragland Morris was the breakout player of the session, averaging 14 and a half points a game. If he's averaging 14 and a half points a game on the Under Armour circuit, he damn sure should be averaging 25 plus points at Whitesburg Christian under Coach Patrick Harden. That should be easy for him. But sometimes I don't think he's aggressive
this
enough.
Year with everything that they lost, he's going to have to. With them losing as much production as they did, if they want to make any types of waves, he's going to have to be more aggressive in every aspect of his game.
I agree. So, yeah, man, Katie Ragland Morris, number 4, iBall Radio lottery rankings, 5-star here in the state. Go ahead.
So, D, I've said this before. I think at the moment, my comp is a poor man's RJ Johnson. I think he could get to that level if he becomes a little bit more explosive and shoots the ball better. But his body type and the way that he leans that shoulder in and finishes around the rim, I see a lot of comparisons with RJ there.
That's a good comparison, bro, because both of them around that 6'4", 6'5" height range. They got big, strong bodies. Of course, RJ was built like a freaking tank, right?
Yep.
But both of them were super explosive. Neither one of them, like when RJ came out of high school, he wasn't thought of as the best shooter, right? His jump shot had a ways to go. Last year at Kennesaw State, you saw his jump shot and 3-ball really improve because that confidence rose, and he had a coach in Coach Petway and Coach Watson over there that really gave him the confidence to go out and be who he needed to be for them to win, and they made it to the NCAA tournament, which got him a big bag at Mississippi State next year, right? He went and got a big bag at Mississippi State, but that confidence, and once his confidence started to rise, you saw that shot start to improve. Like, the more you shoot it with confidence, the more it's going to go in. If you shooting it like, is this going to go in? Your mechanics going to be off, and you're going to pass up open shots. Once we start seeing that level of improvement from Katie Ragland, I think that's a really good comp with you saying RJ Johnson and Katie Ragland going forward. But on today, man, we dropped another player spotlight on today, and that was about 2027. We got him ranked number 10 in the iBall Radio lottery rankings and a 4-star here in the state of Alabama, and that is DeMar Hinton from Clay Chalkville High School, running with SMB on that Puma Next Pro circuit this summer. Lance, give me your rundown. What do you think? This is a guy we saw in person on a game of the week last year. Tell me what you thought about what you think about DeMar Hinton.
He could be one of those guys that we talk about as one of the best shooters in the state as far as catch and shoot, like one of those guys that may need to come to our thing about getting it off the rack.
Right.
He can definitely be a catch and shoot guy. I think there's areas of his game that need to improve, like quickness, agility, explosiveness, things of that nature. But if you just need a guy that can, let's say you got a point guard that can get to the nail and kick it out, he's going to knock it down.
Yeah, no doubt. He has a really deep range. Go ahead, Breeze. What you think about DeMar Hinton?
Yeah, he's definitely a hell of a shooter. I know when we watched him, I definitely like this gameplay, and he got some work to do and some attributes. But hey, I think he's gonna get there, and I think once he get there, he's gonna be a real problem.
And that's the thing about him, Breeze. I'm glad you said that, because one thing we do know about DeMar Hinton, he's a gym rat. He is a worker. He is always in the gym perfecting his craft. And you love to see that from a young player, somebody who is going to always be in that gym. A lot of these guys just have natural talent, and they just lean on that natural talent. DeMar Hinton is one that is a worker, and every college coach on every level loves a worker. Listen, I remember when Greedy was at JUCO, when he was at Chipola, and Coach Donnie Tyndall. Donnie was like, hey, man, the atmosphere around my program changed this year because I didn't have to fight to get guys in the gym, because their leader, which was Greedy, was always in the gym, and they followed him to the gym. So it wasn't a lot of off the court antics and off the court things, because Greedy stays in the gym. And that's what you love about a kid like DeMar Hinton, that college coaches are going to take notice of. Now, he's a top 10. We got him ranked as a top 10 player in the state in the class of 2027. And like I say, he has extremely deep range on his jump shot. His catch and shoot, he can catch and shoot it from anywhere. Parking lot range, right? With confidence, right? He has a really good pull-up game. He has a one-two dribble pull-up. He's not a guy that's going to put you in isolation and 5, 6, 7, 8 combo dribble you into a shot. He's a guy that's going to be very efficient. His moves are going to be very tight. He's going to put you into a 1-2 dribble pull-up. He's going to put that big body on you. He's a big body guard. He's going to be able to put that shoulder in you. He has a good turnaround jump shot in the mid-range. He's really good from 15 to 17 feet. But like Lance said, he's going to have to improve that agility, right? He's kind of bottom heavy, right? The little bottom heavy. So he's going to have to improve that agility. He's going to have to prove his athleticism. Playing that, he's a traditional 2 guard. And that's the thing I love about him. He is a position player. And please, I'm telling y'all right here, I'm looking in the camera. I'm telling y'all, positions will be back in basketball. Maybe not on the NBA level. That place is too far gone. But DeMar Hinton is a traditional 2 guard who is a scoring guard who can play out a pick and roll if he has to on the wing. He's a wing pick and roll guy. He's not somebody you're going to put at the top with the basketball and say, hey, get in pick and roll from the top and go make decisions. You're going to put him on a wing. You're going to run him off pin downs. You're going to run him off cross screens. And he does a good job at catch and shoot in the mid range and from deep. Like I say, he's a guy that works on his craft. So all of these things that we say he needs to improve on, I truly believe he's going to improve on because he's always, in the gym working. Now, we have DeMar Hinton as our highest rated 4-star guy, right? He's the first 4-star guy at number 10 on our iBall Radio lottery rankings. So we think extremely highly of his game, and we think extremely highly of him. Thinking about what level he projects to, you got to go read the article to see what we say on that. But that's what I'm saying. I think DeMar Hinton is a guy who's going to get and he's doing a really good job out there with SMB running on that Puma Next Pro circuit. And if you watch the highlight tape that we have attached to the article on social media, you see exactly what we're talking about in that tape. Deep range, ability to shoot the basketball, good in catch and shoot situations. He does finish around the hole pretty well, but like I say, needs to up that athletic.
So when I think about his game, they're not even close to the same build or anything, but his game reminds me of remember the guy last name Jones that was at the Cavaliers with LeBron and then went to the Heat, and all he did was just stand there in the corner and wait to shoot.
Damon
Jones. That's who he reminded. Like if he could just sit there and just wait for that pass, he's money.
Yeah, like you say, you made a point earlier. If you got a point guard that can get to the nail, that looks to kick out, he's if you got a point guard that is a strip, if you got a Greedy Williams on your team, somebody who looks for those type of guys, well, he'll thrive in that type of offense. Mm-hmm. You was about to say something, Breeze?
Nah, I was just agreeing. Yeah, I was just agreeing.
Yeah, so I think like DeMar Hinton is one who college coaches should start taking a look at. I'm not sure what his recruitment is actually looking like right now, right? I would love to know. Shout out Alabama Truth in the building. Shout out Tucker Wadsworth in the building. Shout out our guy Cardell. Bo's Best Wings in the building. Shout out Bo's Best Wings, man.
I need me a 10-piece.
I need a 10-piece lemon pepper dry, man. And some fried green tomatoes. Real bad, man. I've been missing it. Lance is the lucky one.
That peach drink.
That peach drink, baby. That peach drink. Lance is the lucky one, man. Lance get to go pick it up whenever you want to, man. But Cardell, man, send us a shout out to our nephew too, man. Kalen Lightford, on his graduation from UVA Wise, man. Shout out to him picking up that degree at UVA Wise. And Kalen is starting to transition into his after playing career, and he's doing a great job as a trainer. Some of you guys out there that go be trainers do a great job. And right now, Kalen is doing a really good job. I love his approach to helping guys improve their game on the court. So shout out to Kalen, man. Congratulations on graduating with that degree from UVA Rise, man. That's what it's all about. I remember when I got the call from UVA Rise and they were recruiting him, and I talked to Coach Blake Stinson, right? And Coach Blake Stinson is a coach that we've had on Coach's Corner, man. You can go to iBallRadio.com, click on exclusive content, and go back and watch that interview with Coach Blake Stinson, or go to our YouTube page and check it out, man. But I remember talking to him when they were recruiting him, And of course, like you say, man, y'all don't know what we be involved in, but we be involved in everything. But talking to him, and when they got him to sign and he went there, man, and he played there for 4 years, man. So congratulations to him in going there and completing the task and coming out of there with that degree. So salute to him, man. That is deserves a live hand clap for Taylor Lightfoot, man. No doubt about it. But yeah, man. Our guy Lamp in the building. Jay Lampley in the building, man. Appreciate you tapping into the live. What up, though? But yeah, man. So there you have it, man. Those are the player spotlights that have been dropped this week, man. We got another one dropping on tomorrow. Got another one dropping on Saturday. So be on the lookout for those, man. We're gonna continue to push the envelope forward for the state of Alabama, man, and make sure our guys in high school get the best information that they can get, and also set themselves up for their path or whatever their journey is to the next level, if that journey is a thing for you. But with that being said, man, Lance, what else you got for us now? Anything else you want to holler about?
Man, I'm excited about this coming week. Going to be some big things happening. So I think we've had a great week. I appreciate everybody tapping in all week long with everything we do here on the live, as well as social media. Appreciate all your support. And like we said, if you get a text message from anybody on this staff, please be sure to lock in with us. We've had some great conversations with some families this week, and looking forward to some more.
No doubt about it. Hey, Breezy, put up the player card QR code for us real quick before we get out of here, man, because we need you to go fill out your player card. If you have not yet gone and fill out your iBall Radio player card, it is imperative that you have it. A lot of the 2027 class, we've wrote about a lot of y'all. We're gonna continue to write about a lot of y'all, but we're starting to wind down our player spotlights for the 2027 class. So just here to tell you, with the 2027 class winding down. So if you don't have your player card in yet, you need to go get it in. It's right here. Breezy just posted it in the bottom corner. Make sure you go check out that, scan that QR code and go fill out your player card, because that information is imperative. Breezy, you can take it down now, because I think that's what be messing up our stuff on what you call it. It's been working perfect on Instagram the whole time, and as soon as we put up that player card QR code, it decided to cut off my head, your head, and only get a top of Land's head.
It's the overlay itself that's throwing off the
right.
Yeah, I see that now. Take it off, it'll start. It'll act right.
I think so. Go on, take it off so it'll act right.
Instagram don't like overlays.
Instagram don't like much of nothing.
We're gonna be leaving Instagram soon anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna be leaving, and I'm glad Breezy say that. We will be leaving Instagram soon. We're gonna be exclusive on iBallRadio.com and the iBall Radio YouTube
have been able to say that. My bad.
You weren't, but we didn't say it now. So since it's been said, we will be leaving Instagram soon. It will be exclusive on iBallRadio.com, the iBall Radio YouTube page, Facebook, and Twitch. Those will be our main streaming websites coming up real soon, because Instagram just don't show us enough love like y'all do. The chat does. Chat does a great job. We love the chat. It wasn't as active tonight, but we love the chat on here. Have we had any of those
fire emojis tonight yet?
We ain't said it.
Yeah, that's my bad.
It's all good. It's all. But if you are watching right now, man, drop some fire emojis in the chat,
some
man.
Fire emojis for the team. If you mess with iBall.
Yeah, if you mess with iBall, man, drop some fire emojis in the chat right now, man. Whether that's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter. Not Twitter, but Twitch. But with that being said, man, it's our time. We're a couple of minutes early tonight, bro. I really got through it tonight. Even though I was on my soapbox for a little while there, we still got through it tonight. So, man, with that being said, man, let's get up out of here for tonight. Breeze and run the music, man. Let's holler.
Yes, sir. Where was it? Okay, I see it. I got you. Oh.
There. Snitch us out to the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Tell them we were talking bad about them tonight. But if you do, oh well, it is what it is. We still rock with them. We still roll with Alabama High School Athletic Association. We'll be doing all the work that we do with them. Check us out this year. We got a lot planned. We got camps coming up, man. Be on the lookout for the iBall Radio Junior Elite Skills Camp, the iBall Radio Elite Skills Camp. All of those dates are coming, so make sure you stay tuned for those. Also, we said it several times throughout this show. Go to iBallRadio.com and get your iBallRadio.com subscription so you can stay up to date on all the content that we drop on the website. Also, go fill out your player card. Go to iBallRadio.com, click on player card tab at the top of the page, fill out your player card, and make sure you are entered into our iBall Radio player database. If you're a coach, college coach, high school coach, AAU coach, middle school coach, it don't matter. Go to iBallRadio.com, click on player database, and go fill out your coach's card. All of that information goes into our coaches database on the website. Go to iBall Radio, all the iBall Radio social media platforms. Go to our YouTube page. Click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell so you get a notification every time we go live. And we do have a TikTok page. Go to iBall Radio TikTok page and make sure you follow that page as well. With that being said, Lance, holler at these folks, man. Let's get up out of here.
Hey, it's Coach Lance. Keep grinding.
Keep grinding. Breezy, holler at these folks, bro.
Appreciate y'all. It's your boy Breezy, and you know it ain't easy.
It ain't easy, man, and y'all already know. They call me Coach because I teach you how to ball. Until next week, man, Monday night, we up out of here. Peace. Long live Hero.